probably could go back to the police station and try to meet up with him.
Whereas we're just on a pile of rubble.
Pretty much. The last thing you did was trying to save Kira.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, I went down and then I was punching the stones and I was like, okay, let's help Kira out. Okay, I remember now.
Jeez.
He's probably fine, you know?
Who's Death the Kid?
Death the Kid is someone Simon invited.
Yes.
Okay.
He'll join the campaign as soon as he doesn't have...
That's the person you were talking about?
Yes, that's the person.
Will he actually play?
Probably not. I've tried scheduling sessions, including ones that he would choose the time for, and he never showed up.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So, yeah. I kind of gave up on trying to schedule something with him. But anyway.
Okay, so next time
you need internet pheromone?
How about we drop some wreckage really quick?
Drop some wreckage? What? Oh, drop. We're way up there. Okay, that's why I didn't see it. I was on the bottom half of the
I'm not gonna draw anything too big. Let's just have this represent the wreckage.
It's so dusty.
Oh, you're that person.
And yeah, there's definitely a lot of dust as buildings fallen. There would be fire everywhere, but the snow kind of put all that out.
And there's snow outside? I don't remember that. I guess we took forever in that building till winter came.
It actually...
What's the weather thing?
It's pretty darn cold right now. Are any of you properly clothed for snow?
I have a princess dress.
I know I'm wearing full armor, but I don't know if I have my...
I should open my Explorer pack one day.
You open up your pack, and it turns out you had a relic in there the entire time.
I will murder you. I would have murdered you.
That would be funny.
I would have straight out murdered you.
That would have been funny, me having a pack.
Well, I guess we should head back since...
We should find an inn. We didn't get time to book a place yet.
Alright, so you would like to go find some place to stay, and then maybe in the morning you can try to return the relic? Or, I suppose, just give them the relic?
What time in the day is it right now?
Kind of hard to tell. The sky was kind of blocked out by all the snow.
Is there anyone I can see right now? Apart from my party.
Any sane person is far from this part of the city.
There's no one useful when you need them to. Huh.
If you recall correctly, there was also hail hitting everyone around here, so basically everyone booked it.
Oh, I don't recall that.
She used like a weather type magic thing.
Oh, while it was falling?
Yep.
Well, let's just go find a place to stay at.
Alright.
My shoes are getting wet.
All of you start looking for some place to stay, and it actually takes a while to find a proper building that isn't damaged by the storm. But as the snow finally stops falling from the sky, it becomes a bit easier to see, and eventually you finally arrive at a little hotel. So could I get a quick constitution save for the weather?
Rip.
So pretty much, Simon, you're feeling a bit cold, but you can endure it right now. Midna,
Give me
Midna,
a second as I look at something.
your new weather abilities seem to be helping you endure this pretty well. And prestigious, turns out your armor is really cold, and that's making you colder.
Oh, this is
Peasant will never learn enough.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly sit.
Yeah, well, you're really cold. Let's say you have probably just reduced her passive perception for a bit.
passive perception. Oh, so it's just like my tears are just frozen.
You try to look for the person with a knife coming up from behind you. You cannot see them.
So we found a hotel or somewhere to stay at?
It's actually pretty far away, as I said, and this building, let me... it's about 3 stories tall, and this would be first floor. And it seems like an ordinary inn, but there are actually a lot of people here. And yeah, I'm repeating stuff. Give me a moment.
So I'm in the fire upside down.
Because I'm
Okay.
half distracted.
So you start heading into the inn, and this has basically been turned into the little base of operations for pretty much everyone. As you talk to someone, you realize a lot of houses were destroyed by the storm. So,
Can I grab the first person I see and ask them what time it is?
Sure, you head up to a person, and it's apparently about afternoon.
Okay. And what happened to the girl that we were fighting? Did she just book it? Or did we beat her up dead?
We kind of we beat her up dead. I'm pretty sure.
Which arm, head, or leg are you referring to?
Okay. We missed tea time!
And
How can you say that, peasant? Tea time is everything for a lady. How can you even have proper manners if you miss noon tea time?
okay, so I look over to Miyachi.
I can't see. I can't see anything. I'm essentially just holding on to Minna's arm.
Oh, okay.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah,
Simon can prove.
Oh, but
Yeah.
we're in a different universe. We know this.
So yeah, with that new knowledge, you try to book a room and you find out that they're sold out.
You're sold out?
Yes,
Is there like a fireplace or something?
Yes, there's certainly a fire set up.
May I not rest by it, but unfreeze by it?
Do you want fire?
No.
No. Yeah, you head over to the fire.
Mitna is just glaring at Meishu, feeling very upset. Talking about fire when we miss tea time.
Well, literally, I barely even see you. Like, I have like watery eyes.
Yeah, that's fine. Totally not salty.
You start warming up. Simon, what are you gonna do?
Wait until we start going out for the
the
director.
All right.
Wait.
I can make you tea. I have tea that helps with cold and hyperthermia treatment.
I like that.
Some of the flowers I collected once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Yeah.
You know that is.
I remember that.
I'm here to ruin your campaign. Hello, good sir.
Deer shows up on top of a dragon as he descends upon all of you.
I'm not my character Scrumper. I am the deer. I'm the dragon rider. Deareth,
Dude.
come fight me.
Do you at least come with offering of tea?
No.
Then get out.
I
Huzzah.
have an offering of wasabi. Come
Huzzah.
fight me if you dare. My spiciness is too strong for you. I'll leave now.
Adios.
Boy.
So, can I ask for hot water and make herbal tea with with 2 of the flowers that can treat cold and hypothermia for me in May?
Sure, they let you have some hot water, but if you want anything else, they will charge you.
Yeah, well, so if I had to borrow cups for the water.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I have any?
Can I buy
for that?
teacups? I should buy teacups. Do you have teacups?
Are you going to use them as a weapon?
I need a teacup set for tea. What happens when we're in the forest and it's tea time?
God, I'm going to sort that teacup set.
Minna's finally asking the questions that matter.
And stuff, but we fell off the train and everything disappeared from my inventory.
I still have to... Wait, let me see what I have. I have... No, not the tutu.
You could keep the tea and the fish.
I have a cup with weird carving that we stole from that guy that wanted the remember when they only wanted the liquid? I kept the cup.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
That's a wine cup. That's not a teacup.
True. The chalice.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh, so that's where that ended up going. I knew we kept it, but I didn't know where it went.
I have it.
Okay.
Just on top of my white princess outfit. Okay, so
Mhm.
I would need to get teacups to make tea.
Okay, so as you are basically trying to make tea, they charge you if you're gonna ask for additional cups, 1 gold piece each, but it sounds like you're just gonna use that one, right?
So wait, it's 1 gold piece per cup?
Yes, but they're gonna give you the water for free.
That's an insult! Is it at least a high quality teacup?
They pull out some wooden cups. I believe the term for this is taking advantage of the situation.
I can't. use
That
it
won't do,
anymore.
Pie! Do something! You're being mean to me!
I look to the side.
Which side? The left or the right? Fight up. Wow.
Well, it does not seem like Simon's coming to your aid.
No, there's nothing that interests me in tea. I get nothing out of this.
I'm trying to intimidate my tears away.
Unfortunately, the tears are
I'm
tougher
sorry,
than you are.
you can't pull a bad man and make your tea go back up.
I have low
So-
charisma.
You glare at Prestigious and he cries, more for years.
Well, never mind then. That's not even worth a penny of my pocket.
Alright, so are you just gonna use the cup you have, or what?
The chalice.
I guess I'll have to.
I had like high quality kind of cups. I don't know where that happened. You know the.
What's
train
in my
wreck
explorer's
that-
pack anyways?
I would not be surprised if there are cups in it.
That would be hilarious.
Let's see, here we go, let's look in this pack. Here we go.
Backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinder
Oh,
box, torches,
the water
water
skin?
skin, and hemp rope.
Oh goodness.
That's loud.
Why is there a cow?
That's not a cow.
That was not a cow.
That was an engine.
Yeah,
Well, as
leave
I
it
say, the water skin could be used as a gosh darn it.
that's his toaster. That's what it is.
And the mess kit contains a cup as well.
Oh,
Mess kit
really?
contains a cup? This tin box contains a cup and simple cutlery. Ooh.
Oh, okay, so I'll use the cup I already have and the one from my bag.
Alright, and you start brewing some tea. Can you give me a performance check for this?
Performance. Whoop, whoop.
Mhm. Okay. You make non-lethal tea.
Yes, it's herbal tea. Of course, it's non-lethal. And I
You
go,
wanna-
You could have left chunks in it.
yeah. And I go into my Meishu and say, "Here, some tea. It's gonna be good for your health."
Alright, and as you drink the tea, you start to warm up, and some people start going around you, and apparently they recognize from the reports what happened, that you were part of this incident.
Who? You, as in us all, or just Minna?
Yeah, so
Naturally, they're surrounding Simon.
God damn it.
Well, I mean, Simon's being surrounded. We're just like by the fireplace.
We're too small for anyone to see. You're the tallest
Yeah.
one.
You are.
I'm the smallest.
Okay. So I will turn around and
She's.
get
You're
outside.
just a small. Get outside.
Yeah, sorry. No,
It's
sorry,
cold
yeah.
outside.
Let me
Simon.
see. I have to choose out the cold or a crowd of people that are looking at me.
Simon, when you
Which I can't
take a
trust.
step outside, can you give me another Constitution save for the weather?
Yep.
11.
Okay. So you step out. It's cold, but you're willing to endure. And the guard who gave the news runs up to you along with a bunch of people, and they seem to be trying to catch up to you.
Well, it seems it's roomy around here.
Okay, so I prepare to fight because I don't trust them.
Oh my god. Well, that's the end of Simon. We're...
There's nothing like having a tea time. It would be better
Alright.
if we had biscuits. Let me see what I have.
So Simon, you raise your fists to fight. However, it takes you a moment to realize that these people actually think that you did something good.
Oh, what? What?
You're baffled. It actually takes you a moment.
I mean, that's why he ran outside.
And one boy runs up and asks for a actual autograph. You don't even know what that is. The kid
Who knows
explains
if Simon's
that
listening?
he wants you to write your name down on a book.
Okay.
I have some rations.
How do I write my name on a book?
That's the closest I have to food right now.
The boy seems confused. Do you not know how to write, sir?
No, I understand how to write, but what do I click to write the?
You say that you write your name on the book.
Oh, I'm gonna write my name on the book.
Oh, yeah, I lost all of my boar meat cubes.
I write my name on the book.
Some damage.
The kid seems very excited.
But I
And-
do still have the skill.
The people actually go back into the inn and they are nice enough to buy you a bit of food, Simon.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
better or worse, your popularity has now increased.
Yeah.
I say for the better, but he's going to ruin it. So.
Yeah, I know I will, but
I mean, all it is that more people will recognize him. So as long as he doesn't.
By the way, while Simon was outside, was there any bread left unattended?
Oh, I can reassure you that any open food was eaten.
Oh, right.
Adam, that's Simon right now.
It was a torn up letter.
Yeah, remember that time you placed a backpack and me and Simon kind of just tore the back. I pushed Simon in the backpack and then Simon tore the backpack. And there's a letter in it. I kept it.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you. Do you remember what it says?
No, I never read it. I just kept the torn up letter.
Oh,
element again.
I'm extremely bored, please.
Oh, get out.
Wait, what?
He's extremely
Here.
bored, please.
So
Peter,
Edelman,
they're
come join
drinking
us in
tea right
DND.
No, it's our mini session. These guys had their own sessions.
No, we didn't. Kira doesn't show up.
Poor guy.
Edelman,
You're good, you know?
Element, you won't believe this. I'm popular right now.
That's
But
why I
here,
posted that picture.
They're drinking a tea right now.
Yeah,
It's
we're
tea
drinking tea in
time!
front of the fireplace. Yeah.
I've got a gift for you. Look in the bar table. I'll give you some tea.
We already have tea.
Well, I'll give you some more. This is a rare kind of tea.
It's the posing kind.
Fuckers!
God damn it, Element.
Did he leave?
Yep.
Well,
Why?
I'll delete that.
He could at least done the T pose.
I got
So
rid
it
of
make
it.
more sense.
You can't just delete it like that.
Yeah, I can.
It's not a T. You should have done the T pose from Fortnite. It would make more sense. Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna mute him next time he comes in.
So
Like,
back
sort
to
of
what you
mute
were
it.
saying.
You know, all of you feel like there's a cat existing, but you don't see one.
He's secretly in the sewers looking up at us.
He's probably waiting to jump on someone to bring them over their carrying capacity.
He's a big cat.
Alright. So, with that, Simon, you get a nice warm meal.
Yeah.
And now that you can finally relax and in for a bit, all of you fully recover from the weather, and the weather is finally starting to improve. Apparently, this magical snow disappears faster as well.
Ooh.
Mm.
You can either try to stay the night, or you can head out. I wouldn't recommend staying the night though, because all the rooms are booked.
Yeah. Possibly heading out. Maybe we'll get a room as a reward from the chief.
That's
Yeah.
certainly possible.
Let's head out. I don't believe I have any luck with flirting in this, just like the other campaign.
So you all head out, and you start heading straight to where you remember Bane being. So after quite a bit of walking, unless of course you want to reveal you have a car on you.
Pie, carry me.
What do I get?
Huh? You get
Well,
to
I'm
be my
doing-
servant, peasant. Isn't
Okay,
that
so I walk
better?
faster.
It's a great
So,
honor.
I walk faster.
Let me roll an intimidation on you.
Midna chases after you, trying to stare you down.
What the fuck?
Simon, roll me wisdom. A save.
Wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Simon, you are thoroughly intimidated by Midna.
Okay, so I'm gonna carry her my way. I'm gonna carry her by her feet.
Oh, wait a minute, Simon. You think you can carry Midna?
Yeah,
I'm not
that's even
that
better.
heavy.
That's why. It's like, wait, let's see.
Okay,
Let's see how
I'm
strong I
sorry.
am to carry you.
Wait. Stop right there.
I'm sorry, I can't carry you. You're too heavy.
Midna,
You literally
Midna,
put
you
your
don't
hand on his shoulder and
understand.
he falls.
I'm sorry, Flame Talk.
you're 8 times his weight.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's all the herbs. And probably the Dragon Claw.
What the fuck do you have a dragon claw?
I used to have a dragon claw, but that was left over inside of.
I got mine back. I should make weapons or armor out of that eventually.
See,
I used to have a blacksmith working for me, but someone ruined that, and we don't know who.
So you see, I have a dragon claw too. I just don't know how much it actually weighs. That's the problem.
20.
Oh, it weighs 20.
So
Okay.
Simon starts trying to pick up Midna, but he's really out of shape because all
Okay.
he does is really fast attack. Simon's not strong at all.
You're useless. Oops, wrong. I did not mean to click that. But if I wanted to, that's how you carry someone.
You somehow pick up yourself. You take 1 damage.
I did not mean to click that button. This
Okay,
is what
so
I
after
wanted to
faking-
click.
So after faking me being weak, we continue on walking.
After
Alright. So after even more walking, you start to see the station in the distance.
Cause
Finally.
So you keep approaching, and you see that they are all around the building. It appears they are working overtime. Do you want to head right inside?
Anything to get out of here.
Alright, as you start heading inside, someone steps in front of you and demands to know why you're trying to come in here right now.
Who's the person we
have-
need to see?
the director.
Not the director. The director was on the moon, man. We're here to talk to the officer police guy.
We're
The
here
main-
for a mission submission. Isn't that obvious?
He's gonna look over you. The fact that one of you is definitely a small child in appearance.
I'm the smallest.
He's the smallest by one
1 inch.
He's.
So yeah, you.
I said she, Simon.
They look at Simon, Midna, and Prestigious, all of you, and he proceeds to say something to another person in there, and he turns and says, "Yeah, we don't know you."
Call your supervisor. That's such a disrespectful treatment that you're having us.
Yeah, you see, normally I would, but he's busy.
Call him out. We can't have people disrespect someone that came for a mission, especially not a mission. Do you know how much time we walked here? I even missed tea time.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ah, that's terrible.
So, you try to.
Do I notice if he's lying or not?
You look right into his clothes, and you see that. He might be able to lie with that set of clothes.
I said lying or not.
You rolled perception instead of insight.
Oh. I mean, like, if I like seeing past him, not.
Oh, you're trying to see past him. There are a lot of people in there, and you don't see.
Even with the 20 okay. Well,
So-
16.
Hey, at least you know that he's not lying about the room behind him. So, he doesn't seem convinced by your tea time. If you really want some tea, how about you turn around and find a nice little tea parlor?
Push Maze in front of me. You tell them. Grumbles behind.
Does my insignia of rank even do anything here? Probably not.
You can try.
I can try, pulls out insignia of rank and doesn't actually point it out, just sees if he notices.
I have a signet ring. I don't know what that is.
You pull out a little thing meant to demonstrate your rank so quickly he thinks you're drawing a dagger.
So,
He looks down at it and he seems baffled.
baffled. What?
How did you get that?
How did I get that?
How did you get?
Well, it's mine, clearly. What? Do I not have any kind of
Can I not show my scroll of prestige? I read online that it's a proof that I am from a noble house.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I forgot I had that.
So we have like a little someone of a high ranking, and then we have a.
Oh no, I'm a high. I should be. Where the hell do I see this again?
So you pull out your scroll and show your little ring to him. And Simon, what are you gonna show him?
So there was I can't remember what the fuck it was. There was in my backstory. No, not my backstory.
Oh, you do not have a back.
Yeah, I know. So
Background.
You told me about your backstory. I don't know if you were joking about that one or not, being raised by baboons. They're very vicious.
I did not put it in because I'm lazy
So,
as hell.
Simon, do you see what item is under your HP drinks?
Did he really call them HP drinks?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look for. Here it is. My rank thing. It's like that's what I was looking for. My rank badge.
You have an insignia of rank badge, is what you called it?
Badge of rank. Yes.
So Simon pulls out his own badge, and the man seems incredibly baffled by these things, but he decides that he'll just kind of let you pass as he steps aside and points to the door at the end of the hall.
That's right.
So,
Walk by without looking at him anymore.
okay, so you head down the hall to meet with the lovely man himself.
Lovely man.
And you finally get in the room. How can you have no tea?
Wait, what?
Here at the Discord.
Mm.
And you see he is definitely working probably a little too much. While the papers he is trying to fill out, he looks up at you about a good probably 10 seconds after you come in.
Makes sense.
May I move apart the part of the cloak that I haven't I'm not hooded, but I just moved the little cloak to the side to make a dramatic pose, and then it's displaying the belt.
Bows down.
Alright, give me a charisma check.
A charisma?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you do it decently.
Good evening, sir. We have come back. As I try my charisma, my very terrible charisma.
Midna, you charge into the room, and turns out you found some lovely berries. And they were so good, you got them a little over your face, and they're red. You charge into the room with what it looks like blood all over you.
It's not what you think.
I mean, at least you noticed it. Simon didn't.
Simon eats another berry.
No, sorry, I didn't eat anything.
You ate warm food earlier.
Yeah, but it didn't make a mess.
So I display the belt relic as I did my pose, is what I was saying.
Mm-hmm. So, after his momentary shock from Midna, he looks to all of you and says, this... Wait, why do you have that on you?
Didn't you ask us to get it for you?
No, why are you wearing them?
Huh?
It kind of found its way onto me.
He's shaking his head, kind of pacing back and forth. That doesn't sound good at all. Take it off.
Take it off now. How does one take it off?
Obviously, you unbuckle it and just give it.
Attempts.
You grip it and putting your muscle into it, you start trying to take this thing off. The only problem is it seems kind of attached to you.
As you can see, it's not done as easily as it seems.
Maybe we can just cut it off.
It's attached. No.
Let's see.
I mean, if we remove a leg or two, it's gonna come off.
Can I just glare at you real quick?
Okay.
He seems deep in thought about this whole thing.
It's just an option, not a necessity.
Well, when you finally meet with the director, perhaps she can help you take this thing off.
Could you point us in her way then?
We in here do not have any way to reach the director.
Doesn't she just usually appear randomly?
Yes, but she is currently pursuing other relics that might exist. So because of that, we have no good way of contacting her right now.
Fair.
So she's a relic hunter.
Huntress.
So, what I could do you have a way of reaching her?
Looks at, Pi.
Oh, you want to go to the moon? I can use my gauntlets now.
Alright, you press the button eagerly.
No, I said I could, and I said I will.
You eagerly wait for the ball to come down from the sky and destroy everything in the building, and then you make a realization. That thing takes more than a minute to recharge. You're not going to be able to use that for a bit.
Wasn't it like a few weeks for Simon or something?
Yeah. You now have no
Might
way
have been a day or two.
of reaching the director, and Prestigious has a magic item on him that might not be friendly.
Okay. Since we're stuck here, I'm gonna go back and try flirting. Possibly gonna be forced to murder people because it's gonna go terribly wrong.
So you try to flirt with Bane, correct?
No. Why the fuck would I do that?
Well, I'm just taking a guess.
Can we take a hot bath?
Yeah, if you find some water and you have somebody to heat it up, go ahead.
I've got fire.
He looks at the what appears to be blood still on your face.
Okay, I wipe it off.
Just mirror your face more.
Pi, come here. Let me use your sleeves.
Yeah.
So he's going to quickly write some stuff down. He's going to answer a call he has, and then he's going to turn back to you. Okay, so first things first. Whatever you do not leave this city. If you leave, then it'll be even harder for me to contact you when I can finally get her down here.
Okay.
So, you can do whatever you want in that time. Just try to avoid trouble as
Oh,
he
he said anything in
towards,
that means I can't go floating.
So Midnat's
Okay.
gonna look at Meishu. Let's go find a bath, and hopefully, maybe if we're lucky, we can find some bubble bath.
Wait, so you're gonna find a bath, and if you're lucky, you can find a bubble bath?
We can find soap to put in our bubble bath, Pi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uneducated.
Alright, so you all start wandering out, and
So
you
this
start
is
kind of traveling around trying to find a place that might have baths that is not destroyed. And
Can we find an intact bathroom in another building and bring it somewhere inside?
that's a good question. So you're looking to move a bathroom, correct?
Yes.
Turns out all the bathrooms are destroyed.
I have the terrible, worst luck ever.
I'm going to assume it's because you're a princess, and they're usually annoying.
Talk for yourself.
There is some good news, and that is that it appears more fans started approaching you, Simon, and it seems that they recognize that you're with two other people, and they start hurrying over for more autographs.
From us or just him?
Can't we pretend we're his child?
No, fuck that. No,
Oh, Daddy!
no, fuck that.
You suddenly grab a bottle and put it in your own mouth.
Nope. What the fuck's this button?
Why are you always mean to us, Daddy?
Nope. I am gone.
You have people rushing at you.
Yeah.
Really quick, can you give me a deception on that?
Okay, let me find deception.
I am gone.
I have terrible charisma.
I became every black dad in history. I am gone. I am not even in this area now. I am hidden.
Prestigious, you accidentally make your voice really deep while pretending.
I am gone. These people do not see me.
Also, Simon, you're trying to hide from the people who are likely heading towards you in particular.
No, sorry. I'm not hiding from those people. I'm hiding from these people.
The people that you were standing right beside.
Okay, tell me, you can see this, correct? I want to see your perception of higher than 23 right now.
I'm confused why they would need to roll that when
We were staring at you.
Yeah.
I don't bloody care. I need to
How
see
are
if
you
can...
even concealing yourself?
I use the leftover snow on the floor.
Yeah, so you start rolling in the snow and they stop momentarily questioning your sanity.
No.
Oh wait, so since the snow melted, can we see some foliage, maybe plants around?
This is actually a pretty developed area, so there aren't many plants in it.
Boo-hoo. And I guess
So-
there's no shop nearby either.
The three of you, out of the crowd, still heading towards you.
I'm out.
Okay, I make sure to wander away from those two.
Alright, as you all start separating, Prestigious, you're about to catch up with Midna when a crowd starts surrounding you, and it appears that they want an autograph. You try to get past them, however, the crowd is not willing to let that happen so easily.
Yeah. With an 8 modifier, what did I even roll for that? Like an 8, 6.
Give me one moment.
I rolled a 6 there. Why do I have an athletic modifier as 8 though? What the hell?
I got a 6 for athletic.
No, I have like 0, 1, -1, 8, 2, -1, 1.
Yeah,
5,
no, my
2,
athletic
1,
modifier is 6.
So, Prestigious, you get completely separated from Midna. Simon, you try to flee, but another crowd seems to be very impressed with you. And finally, Midna, you fought valiantly. However, a crowd also encounters you.
At least people sees me for who I am.
Yes, you're actually pretty used to this, aren't you?
Of course.
Simon is too, but for not as good reason.
Being a knight, I'm used to be within the people.
So, yeah, people run up to you, Midna, and they ask for autographs. In fact, all of you, they want some autographs from.
Of
How do you
course.
proceed?
I'll gladly give everyone autograph if you want me to.
Alright. So, Simon, one of them offers you a gift. Apparently, it's this little pill that will strengthen your monk abilities.
Oh,
That way, you can
what?
further control your abilities.
I will accept that pill and give him a hug. Give him or her a hug.
Okay, you give the child a hug. Do you wish to take it right now?
Cough up into
No.
burly macho man instead.
The boy explains that his grandmother used to be a monk, but he was saving it for the great day when a true hero would come to their town. And he wants you to take this as it will permanently strengthen your power.
Oh.
I swear.
So, no, I'm adding this to my inventory, my equipment.
Alright, you add it to your
Wonderful.
inventory. Next up, Midna. You two have adoring fans. One of them tosses you a couple of silver pieces, and another one has a nice little necklace for you.
Ooh.
Tosses silver pieces, not even hands them, just tosses.
How many silver peas?
Yeah, it's the people from the back of the crowd that kind of toss it, hoping that you can
Being
grab.
pelted by gold.
So how many?
If you're gonna start grabbing them off the ground, 5.
Okay, well, I'll do that after. Probably gonna lose them. But so someone else is handing me what? Oh yeah, a necklace.
It seems to be made out of topaz.
Oh, really? Can I really have that?
The small woman seems to nod.
Well, thank you very much. A topaz necklace. Topaz is
Now-
also my birthstone.
Oh, that's a pretty lucky gift. And prestigious. You desperately try to fend off the crowd, but he really seemed to gosh darn.
Why do I have a skill that has nothing? Huh. Bear cubing.
I am back.
Welcome back.
So after a bit of resisting, finally people managed to give you their gifts. And this one lovely fellow even offers to cast a spell on you.
Adam, you should take
What?
that offer. So,
I'm thinking of accepting. I have a curse. Can I mention that to the crowd? Like, it seems I have a curse.
They don't seem to be listening to you as much as they really want your autograph.
Okay. I'll start signing, but what's the spell that I heard about?
The spell, you see, it will enhance your ability to resist magical attacks.
Resist magical attack. Does that resist magical amplifications from allies as well, or no?
Probably.
Thank you, but no thank you.
I don't know. How often are you attacked by magic accidentally?
Accident.
Okay, Adam, look at these goddamn cups. They're the cutest thing ever.
Also, this might help you resist the curse.
Does that actually work or no? Like, honestly.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, those are adorable.
Okay.
So,
Look at the cutest cup ever.
since it's a probably I'll accept it while
Okay.
signing the autograph of the other people, if I'm able to do that, or if I have to stand still.
You're able to fend off the crowd enough to sign as you're pretty strong still. Simon, are you gonna sign their books and whatnot?
yes, I will sign the books.
Alright, and finally Midna. Are you gonna do a little extra for your crowd?
I can do some performance. Says as Meishu roll. I'm very
I'm
bad a
signing
little
like
bit
that.
at this, so sorry if I messed up. A little bit of prancing.
So did
What are you
it
doing
imagine
for
she
your
got
performance?
critical at this moment?
She didn't.
What are you doing for your performance?
I'm prancing.
Alright.
It's one of our dance that we do as knights. It's quite an easy to move in when you're in heavy armor. That's why everyone does it.
So,
Ta-da!
the crowd seems impressed by the moves of these legendary people. And after a while, you three manage to finally escape the many crowds. As you have now all gained a bit more fame.
Yay. My
This
negative is nowhere near this.
So this does mean that if, in the event of Simon committing a crime, more people would recognize him.
More people will recognize that.
I'll be the first one to slay his head off.
And it just so happens that blacksmiths are even better at the normal people.
So how much health does Misu have again?
Why me?
Not you. I mean Minna.
Jesus.
Midna has about the same amount of health as my computer.
26.
0.
So, with that, you all start trying to look for a nice little place to stay. However, it seems you weren't as good at losing your pursuers as you thought, as more people start heading over. These fans seem to be a bit older than what you'd normally expect. They look like grown men in nice little dark outfits, and
Okay.
they're all holding lovely long blunt objects as it
course.
seems they want to give them to you.
I'm going straight to beside Minna for this.
What is it that they're
Um,
holding?
Blunt
Blunt.
weapons.
What's that?
Long blunt weapons they seem to want to
So
give,
like clubs and stuff
Oh.
like that. That's a blunt weapon.
a baseball bat, maybe a pipe.
Ooh.
Okay, so I prepare myself.
Simon, where are you? Are you going to be near your party?
No, of course. Okay, I'm not.
He
I'm not.
got separated by the crowd.
All right.
No, I ran from Kitty. I think it's separated from the crowd.
Okay. Essentially, he's over there.
All right. So
I'm just
what are you going to do with your new adoring fan?
I'm
close
prepared
are
for
they?
Well, hello there. Gives a polite bow down.
Yeah, you politely bow down as your fans yet again surround you. They don't seem to be as cheery as your other ones. That's kind of odd.
How close are they to us?
They're actually keeping a good distance. It seems like these fans know how to show some respect.
Whispers to me, "Do you have some pebbles in your inventory? I can pass you some."
I always do.
Okay, so can you add those enemies? Because I don't know if they're enemies yet.
I want to know how far away they are.
All right, give me.
You know exactly what I'm thinking. So I'm just waiting.
Well, I'm grabbing the things that you'll see around you. One of them seems to even have a little ball of energy, and they seem to be trying to aim it at you, Prestige.
Do I really have to throw a pebble before they technically did their thing?
Also,
I want to know how close they are, because if they're close enough for me to use my
they are keeping a good distance away. As I said, they know how to show you some respect. Also, let me finish grabbing that image.
So there's a magic thing.
Yeah, so, this is what they look like, and just imagine these people around you right now.
Let's look over here. But not close enough to surround us. Just a bunch of them.
Is that how you treat a lady? If you want a handshake, I'll gladly give you one. Right, May?
For sure. Does that lure them over?
Alright, so, attempt to lure them over, and they seem delighted to be near you. As your adoring fans approach the two of you closer and closer, they attempt to give you their items. Unfortunately, you fail to properly catch them. So let me just quickly. So what's gonna happen, Prestigious? Because you didn't quite catch them properly, you just kind of avoid them. Well, Midna, one of them brings their bat a little too close to your head. But good thing for you, you have a shield. Wait.
And I have Storm Bar.
But where's your shield? And you get hit by the bat. It appears your shield didn't work.
And I have
what?
I have my Storm Bar, which I can't go up to the information I have for Storm.
Take 9 damage.
Who takes 9 damage?
Midna. And Simon, your adoring fans are also approaching.
Where did we write the information for Storm Bar? I literally cannot find it.
Have you tried in your equipment?
Oh yeah, let me see.
I'm curious, does my thing even work?
What the?
Okay.
my yeah.
In a moment, I'll address.
Okay, so I took 9 damage.
So, Simon, your adoring fans are also approaching you, but
Click
they're
the
kind of
wrong
hard.
button. I did not mean to click that button.
The good news is one of them has a tree branch as he approaches you.
Fuck.
Perhaps
Okay,
he
so
wants to give you the gift of the forest.
can I?
Does
Can you
my-
add? Can you add those enemies?
That would be a lot of copying and pasting.
What I mean, like, did my thing even do anything at all whatsoever?
Yes, I'm addressing that in a moment. So, Simon, just assume you're surrounded right
Wait,
now.
what? How
Okay,
did
so,
it hit me? So I have my normal armor class of 13 plus my shield.
I'm saying, you probably didn't hear my description. You tried to block his lovely bat. Only problem is, well, he can't hit you because of your shield. Wait, where's your shield?
My magic.
Yeah, where is it? You don't see it. You cast the spell, right? It should be on you. And that hurt a lot.
So even though I have this,
influenced it.
what?
Yeah, and it appears that your shield did not actually get used.
Oh. Okay.
So I just wait because this is when they like started to use their attack, and then I use my I'm scary just as they were swinging downward. So I don't know if
Yes, so what's going to end up happening, you show your much spookier form to give all of these guys a real spook.
real spook.
And it appears that they're actually pretty hardened. Even the one that rolled a 4 hesitates before taking a step back. Seems like you might be dealing with enemies that have had training. I mean,
What about the one with the 7?
fans that have had training. The 7 is standing firm. He beat your DC of 12.
7 is higher than 12. Was there like a modifier on top? Of
Modifiers, yeah.
that? Yeah. Okay. Huh. That's a crit though. Like the fuck.
Yeah, the one that rolled a crit, he's kind of approaches you. What, think you're tough?
Thank you. The fuck kind of voice is that?
You think you're tough?
Uh,
You want to know how to do things around here?
Apparently not.
okay, I have my accent, so there, that would be a 0.
So, Simon, your adoring fans bring their tree branch. Very
So he took a step back from me.
Can I break that tree branch?
sure. Give me a dexterity check.
So he the one with a 4, he took a step back from me? Question mark.
You rip the tree branch and try to break it. You definitely damage it before he pulls it away. And one of their companions, who seems to want to give you, I think it's just a piece of stone. Perhaps he thinks you're a miner, and
What? Where does
yeah,
Simon
he
get
step back.
stone and branches?
Some branches.
Simon, they bring the rock towards you.
They bring a rock to me.
Ouch,
Towards you,
that's
like-
it. Simon, does a 23 hit your AC?
I was like, can I break the rock?
Can you block a 23?
Can I deflect it? Wait. Do they use it to
They-
whack
they
me or
bring
do
it
they
down
chuck it
like
at
a
me?
They are bringing it down on your skull.
Can I evade it?
Can you evade a 23?
No. Seriously.
Well, then let's roll that damage, shall we?
Okay, so expect me to be dead?
Oh shit.
Yeah, Simon, that's a good 17 damage as he brings it down on your skull.
So can I grab the one that did that to me and crush his head?
After subtracting, you can all roll initiative as your adoring fans. Actually, wait, no, don't roll initiative. We're going to do something a bit different today. Let's do a skill challenge. Now, I'm pretty sure I've never done a skills challenge with any of you. Is that
Why
correct?
can't I just beat them all to death?
First of all, no, you haven't. And 4, did you like reply to that?
Reply to what? Oh, yes, the 4 stepped back.
Can I use that as like an opportunity type thing?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay. Since that's an attack, so I doubt that hits. No.
You go for a good swing, but he stepped back too fast.
Step back too fast. I'm pretty sure I only get 1 for opportunity attack and not 2 because it's an attack and then
Correct.
bonus attack. Yeah, okay.
So a skills challenge is where you know your skills, you use those to essentially get out of the situation you're in. So, let me give you an example. Let's say you wanted to figure out what their intentions were or what exactly they're aiming for here. Insight could help. Or perhaps there's a more magical thing you want to figure out and use Arcana to change the energy. Let's say a nearby stone to explode, that kind of thing. You have to make sure it makes enough sense, but I'm willing to stretch the interpretation of the word.
Okay. So we're on level ground, right?
Yes.
Can I like grab Minda and then like persuade them that they have nothing to do with us?
By the way, let me just quickly finish explaining.
Okay.
So, you need a certain amount of successes to beat this challenge and a certain amount of failures to fail.
Oh, so I'm gonna fail. Got it.
To pass the challenge, you need 7 successes, and to fail this challenge, you need 4 failures. And with that, depending on what you do, the challenge that you need to roll will be higher. So, for example, if you were to ask them to do something they have no reason to do, you might have to roll, let's say, a 30. But if you were to do something completely reasonable that your character doesn't do, then you might just need to roll a 12.
So for example, does my persuasion, because of my curse, can I like?
So what's going to end up happening? That's actually going to be Arcana. Because you
Arcana?
try to take advantage of your curse here.
Oh. Okay. That doesn't work.
So you attempt to blast them with a bit of curse.
I was thinking more blasting us away because that's what happens to me.
Oh, you blast a lot more than just yourselves. So what happens is you feel the dark energy start to go through your body, but perhaps that spell stopped it from properly coming out of you.
Huh.
So
that was just more like, does my curse even work positively at all?
that's a failure. And next up in the order, Simon, what are you gonna do?
Well, what do I have to do? Can I start killing them?
The skills challenge.
It's I don't know what skill challenge requires me. I know murder, failure, not dying.
Survival.
No.
You should have read the book on how to cut a tree, Simon. It would have dealt with that branch.
Yeah, really?
Kira would know, yeah.
I didn't finish it.
Finish what?
The book.
We said
So-
Kira though, because he has a weird backstory.
Simon, what do you think you were doing?
That's not a book.
I'm killing the guys that hit me with a rock.
Alright. So you're gonna try to kill him. Let me quickly look at the list of skills to try to give you an appropriate skill for I try to kill all of them check. They're actually kind of trying to restrict your movements as much as possible, so let's make that acrobatics. Can I see that roll?
Pretty sure if you just like rub it on them, it might work.
It didn't work on Simon. Or probably Flame forgot.
Don't know. Or maybe he was wearing armor.
Simon?
Oh, he's not wearing clothes. Hero?
Simon?
I'm still here. I'm just completely lost what's happening.
Roll acrobatic.
Oh,
I said if
okay.
you wanted to do that, you'd have to roll acrobatics or athletic.
Okay, let me see my F. I see acrobatics. What the hell's athletic?
It's like third, fourth A at the top.
Oh. Hmm. Oh, okay. So much for murdering them all.
So you try to push through, and you do get a little closer to the guy who initially struck you. But you're gonna have to try harder than that if you want to get him. Midna, what about you?
I want a somersault kick.
Somersault kick.
Wait, no. That would be
Okay.
acrobatic. I want something with no athletic. What athletic? Can I use that?
A somersault kick would be acrobatic.
Kick, a kick in the knees.
In the knees, in the shins.
So you're gonna try to kick them. In that case, you know what? I'll allow it. You go ahead and go right for the kick. You strike him, and he steps back. He seems to be in a lot of pain.
It's that we're beside each other, right?
So they've now broken their formation again. It looks like you might have an opportunity to start running away now.
Mhm.
Okay, and now we go back to Prestigious as they try to reshape their formation. Simon, they are desperately trying to stop you from getting the same kind of opening.
So,
Well,
so first of all,
So
was
they can
he
communicate.
between me and Minna when they stepped back?
they were out of your little opportunity attack range.
Okay. Second of all, is their formation still kind of like not in tatters, but like not perfect?
He is definitely imperfect. There are ways to kind of weave around them.
Okay. Might I try negotiating them a little bit? Say like how like ask them how much they've been paid. Well, since I'm close to Minna, can I actually grab her? Like actual carry wise, or no? She weighs
All right.
8
So
times more than Simon.
you try to pick Midna up, but you don't have time to pick up someone as heavy as Midna.
So I don't. So I guess what I'll do is I'll see if I can run through their little.
All right. So we
Opening.
now introduce my second mechanic of our skills challenge as you roll athletic.
Okay, so I
Which
failed the
is
first one. How many
whenever the
left?
party repeats a skill 2 times, something will
Well, I
happen.
mean, technically speaking, my skill that was before the thing, wasn't it?
And whenever it happens 3 times, you are no longer allowed to use the skill once finished.
So
So,
what was the second time thing?
athletics from Simon, athletics from Midnight, athletics
Oh, the
from
party in general. Oh, okay.
yeah.
So what happened? Okay, so what happens when it rolled the second time then?
Well, you're not going to find out because you just rolled us a third athletic. So, this time they seem a bit more prepared. However, you're trying to sneak away from them, right?
So they communicate.
They communicate apparently, even though there's a great distance between us.
So you're going to try to dash away from them, correct?
More like dash through them, not necessarily. Oh, I did not mean
Dashing
to drop
through the snow.
All right. You start quickly trying to get past them. One of them grabs Midna though, and they look ready to probably chop her up.
Yeesh.
With that, Simon, it's back to you.
Okay, what should I roll?
I mean, unless I use action surge.
I'm just clicking buttons at this point.
Simon, you click a button. You do a flip while thinking about what you should do.
Just what am I meant to do?
Right now, I want you to try to figure out how to get out of this situation.
But I did ask a question while I did that.
Yeah, they don't seem interested in your question.
Okay, fine. I know what I'm doing next turn.
So, Simon, how do you think you can get out of the situation with enemies trying to surround you?
You know, I take out my gun and shoot them all.
You see, that's why you should have purchased a gun.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
But we're not allowed to use. We're supposed to use skills.
Simon, I think about the situation right now. You're being surrounded by various enemies, and it's clear there's no easy way
So,
to thoroughly beat them
on
up.
my
But
first
you
thing
want
I
to beat.
thought, like the one thing I thought of was like, I take out my sword, then I start spinning like Garen's.
Now that's what I like to hear. Let's use that 18 on your acrobatics. You start spinning around with your sword, and you get a bunch of solid cuts on them, and they start backing off. It appears their formation is finally broken as well. Midna, back to you. You are currently being grabbed by a
Yes.
very not friendly man. For
Can I-
reference, which one that's grabbing you? It's the one on the right.
Okay. So could I use survival to try to get out?
You're gonna have to explain how survival would be used.
So survival is the knowledge of knowing how to survive. So with the skill, I could know, like, hey, I can grab my crowbar to help me get out.
Survival is closer to following track.
Oh, really?
Using just kind of looking at the sun to kind of guess the time, stuff like that.
Ah.
However, sleight of hand sounds like something you could use here.
Well, that's what I'll do, I guess.
All right. You start slipping out of his grasp, and you want to do anything on top of that little slip?
I hit him with my storm bar.
You give him a solid whack. He stumbles, and you finally knocked one of them out. It appears the tides are turning. It's your turn now. You just watched Midna knock one of them out with a weapon you don't remember having.
Shh, it's okay.
No, I noticed.
As you get ready to do something, they quickly start to surround you in a different formation, and they look ready to beat you up. However, they can't quite get in front of you.
They can't quite get in front of me?
Yeah, because you're running away.
Can I drop 4 pieces of gold while I'm running?
Do you think that will actually make them stop? Or do you think these guys are actually professional enough to be paid more?
To be paid more. Cough, cough, drop 900 gold. I'm joking.
I mean, that probably would work if they're paid in money.
I mean, I do have that much to actually do.
You give them a persuasion in the way you drop your money.
No, but deceive them that I'm dropping platinum instead. No. What skills do I have?
Another example of a way you could change the way you're applying the skill. If you were to do a feint of some kind, that would be deception.
My deception's garbage. I mean, it's not. Could I like get a boost of speed, athletic? No, athletics already been used. So what do we have? We have sleight of hand that's been used. Persuasion.
Yep. Pretty much acrobatics has been used. How many times now?
3.
But is it 3 in total or 3 for each one of us?
Acrobatics have only been used once, so you can use pretty much everything other than athletics, as long as you can find a way.
It's actually in total. That's just so much evil, though.
No shit. I already have the I'm scary. I doubt my intimidation would work unless technically it's an advantage because I look scary.
You would not be at advantage.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Plus, they're like stern. They're the burly men. Huh? And since this is a skill thing, we can't just like sacrifice our action and then move faster, or can we?
If you want to start rushing out of here, pretty much getting away from them, you have to think of a creative description.
I was thinking more like rushing around the corner and like leaping onto like a little wall or something, and then that would be an acrobatics type thing.
All right. Do you want to do it?
I guess.
Okay. Give me that acrobatics roll. You quickly start moving, and one of them grabs a lovely little katana they brought with them to give to you, and you manage to duck under their gift, and you take it out of his hand. You keep moving, and you somehow manage to um, you jump up through the air in your full set of armor and land on the wall.
And on the what?
You now have +1 katana.
Yay! I did in fact add that.
And
how much is weighs? I'm gonna say 1 or 2.
they try to surround Midna. However, Midna, holding her storm bar, manages to not only keep them at bay, but quickly climbs up the wall as well. Well, it seems you are the only one left who needs to get out of this situation.
So I'm the only one, just to double check.
You are the only one not safe yet.
Okay, so can we go through quickly what has been used multiple times?
Acrobatics and athletics. You can use acrobatics, but there's probably going to be some problem with it. And athletics is not allowed at all.
We win. I got a katana. I don't know how much it weighs. I'm gonna see if that exists.
Okay,
No, it doesn't exist.
let's see what happens.
All right. You try to do some unknown movement as you kind of shake in place as you didn't specify an action. They punch you in the stomach. You take 5 damage.
Do we even know where Simon is?
Now that you're on the wall, you can see him in the distance. Midna, it's your turn. You see that Simon is in trouble. He just got punched right in the.
Right in the stomach.
But we have our own problem, right?
No, we're escaped.
You are currently on top of the wall, and these people seem hesitant to follow you up.
Okay, so I'm not stupid, but if for some reason I have a high score in history, could I board them out with a tea time lesson?
Oh my god. So I feel that would affect me.
You're too far.
Way over there.
I'm an elf. I have elf
Midna
hearing.
would get +20 to making Simon get bored to sleep.
No, the enemies. But yeah.
I'm an elf. I have good hearing.
I'm a half elf too.
I have superior hearing.
But,
You're a half elf. I'm a pure elf.
You could attempt that on the enemies, but right now, Simon's the one in trouble.
I know, but could we get to him?
We're on the walls.
You can't necessarily get to him, but perhaps you can use your magic to help him.
Oh yeah.
Nope, 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 nope.
So, Midna, what are you thinking?
I do want to help my dear comrade, but
Who is this
Actually,
person?
what spells did you get from your level up? Oh, that's a useful one.
slow. Yeah.
We're on the wells. By the way, to be clear, are these walls like rooftop levels or just?
How sturdy are the walls?
The wall looks fairly sturdy, as this is apparently a building that wasn't destroyed by the storm. And after a bit of climbing, after getting on top of this wall, you're a good 20-30 feet above them.
Oh.
Okay. I want to use shatter.
Okay, you
Simon
start.
are the enemies that are hesitating below.
You start using shatter. And what's the purpose of this shatter? They're a bit of distance away. What are you trying to do with this?
Basically, with shatter, I can hit them because, first of all, it's a long range spell.
Mhm.
Or I could not use magic because Midna wouldn't, without a reason, and use my hand crossbow.
All right, you grip your crossbow. what are you gonna do with this crossbow? They're kind of hard to get a really precise shot on.
Would perception help me shoot them? One of them?
Yes, it would.
So do I have to roll perception?
Sure.
Here goes nothing.
You look at the distance, you fire a shot, and right as someone's about to give Simon another punch right in the stomach, suddenly they fall to the ground. Simon,
Yep.
it's your turn, and you probably get out of the situation with one good idea.
Cough, secretly, it's my turn, but ignore that.
I helped Simon out, so.
I know.
This is his surprise round on them because they were spooked.
Okay, so I'll use history and bore them to death.
Oh god.
With the ways of
History what,
baboons?
though?
Okay, Simon,
With the ways of the baboons.
I'm gonna stop you on that roll. Do you honestly think that will work even with a 20?
No, but it's something I can do.
You can do it, but there are other ways of using history. History isn't just about telling people stories, it's about knowing what's happened in the past, what a general used in the last fight of the Phoenix Wars.
It's
And-
a memory thing.
I'm aware
Yeah.
that knowing me, I would most likely use it to put people to sleep.
Yeah, but what
Tea
else
time
would
is
you do?
important. It has so many more effects to one's person's body, especially it helps with battles.
Cough, currently in the positive effect of one.
If you actually want to try putting them to sleep, then perhaps you could attempt a more harsh action towards them. The only problem is the most direct methods are currently locked to you. So perhaps you can find a more indirect method with one of your items.
See, I'm still not going to take that pill. Hmm.
But it's a permanent boost, is what it was saying. If you want to take the risk.
No, I know it's permanent. I want to use it later.
He wants to basically, the party's about to die. He takes the pill and then just one punch man's the off.
Yeah. Exactly. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to try scaring them.
How are you going to try to intimidate them? Can you please describe?
Okay. I become the girl that's usually with Ichigo. I draw one of her regular pictures. It's so bad it scares them.
Irukia?
Yes. I transform to Rukia, and I draw one of her famous pictures. That's so bad that scales the enemy.
All right. You see, I don't know what a Lukia is.
You have not seen Bleach?
I've not seen Bleach unless you mean the thing that people talk about drinking.
No,
Shame on you.
Basically, I draw so bad it scales them.
They're really, really bad drugs.
Let me show you a photo of Rukia's amazing drawings.
You have actual spells that you could use to help describe your actions. So if you want me to read your spell names out to you, you have Darkness, Dark Vision, Pass Without a Trace, and Silent.
Okay, so why
Along
is
with-
Dark Vision a spell when I have Dark Vision?
Because you can give Dark Vision to people. Let's
Oh.
say Kira.
Oh! What?
What?
I can make a
Yeah.
tank
Spells
seat?
that he's never used.
You can also summon minor illusions, which could help the drawing. And finally, you can summon Dancing Lights.
Which I still don't see a use for.
Again, people who don't have Dark Vision or Flavor.
So just tanks. Because so far every tank I have seen is not.
Hello.
You're not a tank.
I have 58 health. What do you mean I'm not a tank?
That doesn't qualify you as a tank, man. That's
I
just
have as
you
much
being
health
tanky.
as our tank.
So,
That's
do you
just
think
being
one of
tanky.
those spells could help describe how you're doing this?
I'll use minor illusion
Hmm?
to make the picture 3D. So when I'm drawing and explaining it, they're getting even more scared.
Alright, this abomination of a drawing appears, and they seem unnerved by it. But even then, they aren't too concerned
sorry.
until they notice that it's solid. Your illusion feels solid to them. They don't know how that's possible. They thought it was an illusion. It's real. Wait, what's happening? They're running away. They are booking it. And with that, all of the immediate threats are gone as you put away the little statue that you covered in an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but I got a katana out of this.
Become a soul reaper. Okay, so
The $1 million question. You pursue them.
Do we pursue them, or Simon? Are you asking?
I'm asking all three of you.
I
They're
don't know
like
how many
20,
there
30
is.
feet below us.
Yeah, but Midna can just jump down.
I can meter them.
You know what? I'm just going to the one that's kind of like lagging behind. I'm assuming they're like walking behind with a attitude. No.
They're all booking it.
Okay, I'll shoot. I'll throw a pebble at the one lagging behind.
All
I
right.
can see if I can like knock him down.
And if it isn't clear, you have passed the skills challenge. So give me that pebble attack. You throw the pebble, it hits him right in his arm, and I think you broke it with just your pebble.
I think I what?
I think
Broke
you
it with
broke
just
it
my
with just
pebble.
your pebble.
Makes sense.
My crossbow missed. I'm sorry.
I'm assuming that because of the pain, he like slowed down tremendously.
Yeah, he would, except you're fighting with the intent to kill. He is not saying.
Since that was technically an attack roll, even though we're not in the thing, can I throw one at his leg?
Sure, go ahead. While you're doing that, Simon, what are you going to do as you see a man not too far away from you get hit by a second pebble?
Get hit right off the.
Simon?
Is there any dark area? Nah, I stopped caring.
I mean, I'm at 20 pebbles, but yeah,
Remember, Simon, you've been in a dark area this entire time.
Nah, I stopped caring about them.
Pebbles. Okay.
You don't care about them?
Nope.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna start walking this way.
So Simon disappears forever.
Let's capture him.
Yeah, the guy that I just literally incapacitated. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys don't know the definition of teamwork, and they are leaving him.
Let's grab him.
Worked perfectly. Yeah, let's go.
All right, you rush up to him, and how are you going to take this? Poor innocent fan of yours.
Poor innocent fan of mine.
I still have that potentially toxic 1 feet of purple vine in my inventory, or else I have 2 feet of normal swamp vine.
How about you bind his mouth with that vine?
Why would we bind his mouth?
It's for disrespecting us. It's only fair such peasant have.
Put him in bondage and do what we did to Simon when he groped you.
Yeah, but with toxic vines.
Not
that he has a broken arm and leg.
Just really quick, do you know what those vines are?
Yeah, I remember what they are. I think we shouldn't.
Yeah, and you know what would happen if you covered his mouth with it and he tried to bite it off of himself.
Let's use normal swamp vine then. Okay.
So you started binding him.
Yep.
And now that you have bound him, what are you gonna do with him?
Drag him back to headquarters.
Yep.
You drag him back.
Should we
And,
knock him out unconscious first?
I mean, he has a broken arm and leg. I'm pretty sure the pain made him pass out.
Let's roll Constitution for him and see how well he can endure. Well, he didn't die from the shock.
Okay.
He's out.
How tall is he? Which one did we get?
It happened to be the one who grabbed you, Midna.
Ooh, okay. Hell yeah! We're bringing him back to headquarters. Painful
Police
time
officer
awaits
to
him.
the, yeah.
Simon, are you going to join them for their trip back to headquarters?
Yeah.
Do I have an interrogation for when he wakes?
So, really quick, which headquarters?
We're talking about the police one or the one where all the people are gathered?
Not that one.
The one on the moon.
The fuck?
No.
Okay, so you're heading to the police station.
Yes.
You drag him the entire way. By the time you get there, he is covered in injuries.
It's what he respects for touching a lady.
So, you quickly request an interrogation room. To be exact, the same guy who stopped you earlier. He's about to object when he looks at the body you're dragging. You hear him mutter something along the lines of, "Nope, not dealing with this." He opens the door and just tells someone he's retiring for the day. You've gained one person questioning their life choices.
Yay!
That's what happened when someone prevented me from having tea time.
Yep.
And yeah, he is now running out of here. Like he is actually running. He has had enough.
Where's an
So
integration room?
He just opened the door. It appears to be a door to his office.
That should do. Come on, May. Are you coming, Pie? Pie?
Yeah.
Are you coming?
Yeah, sure.
And then
Just
close the
be that
doors.
creepy ass guy in the corner.
Yep.
So
I'm not here for protection. I'm here to get out first. That's why I'm near the door.
it's a shame we don't have Kira here. Kira could bring him instantly conscious with one hit point.
What do we have? I don't have anything to bring out from unconsciousness.
May I like go outside, grab snow, and then just put it on his face?
All right.
I have stuff for venom, burning, hypothermia, cancer, but nothing for unconsciousness.
The fuck?
Perhaps if you were to feed him that vine, he would wake up.
No.
How about we shove boar meat cube in his mouth?
He'd probably choke to death.
Yeah.
I would love
I
that.
would do what I suggested.
Ooh,
Yeah.
can we torture him by removing his nails one by one?
He's not even conscious yet.
Okay.
So his body's still going to
Simon,
hurt.
calm down.
I have a
That's-
useless map now.
So you
So do I. It's called the map of the moon capital.
you go outside to look for snow, and it appears it is all melted.
Well, I go back inside.
Take
Alright.
a water skin and get some watery mud.
I believe I do have a. No, do I not have a water skin anymore? Did that get disappeared?
I have one.
Okay, I'll go get some water. Take your water skin or borrow it. Get some
Borrow.
water from like fountain.
All right, so you get some water. In the meantime, Simon, are you actually going to just start taking this unconscious man's nails?
I have a medicine kit. Would that help?
Probably.
I don't think we should use it on this pity.
I'll torture him when he's awake.
All right. So, after a bit of waiting, Prestigious comes back with a nice full water skin.
Splash.
Medicine.
You splash him. He rolls against to stay unconscious. He manages to stay unconscious.
What about what does my medicine roll do anyways? I clicked on it.
If you're 19, you managed to pull out a nice little set of things. You start kind of covering up his wounds with a couple of herbs, and then once
You know what? Might as well take some of this stuff off of him. See if we can get any information. Well,
and once you think that he can survive a hit or two, you pull out a hammer and you test his feeling of pain by whacking him.
Yeah.
You're a doctor.
I've been training for this all my life.
Can we take some of this stuff from him and like just put it
Yeah,
on the
you
table?
can start looking through his body. He traveled very light, and all he had was a little business
I want the
card.
hat.
Not his
Like,
glasses,
bigger
one
than
his
your skull.
hat.
I want to take his black hat.
Alright, you now have +1 hat.
So he had a business card?
Yeah.
What type of business card does it say?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It appears to be a business card to some kind of ramp.
And a branch?
To be exact, it is a rodeo that's coming up.
Rodeo business card? What?
You heard me right. It seems to be an advertisement on a business card.
Maybe we should get Chief. I'm keeping the hat though.
I'm putting the rodeo ad on business card in my inventory.
Alright.
So is that guy not useful anymore?
I mean,
Wait,
is that all
we
that
should
he
get
has?
the Chief.
No, I was about to start murdering him, but okay.
Let's ask the Chief his opinion first.
Honestly, what I'm imagining right now is every time you look away, Simon pulls out a sword, it brings it slowly up to the guy's neck, you look away and just puts it back behind himself.
I suggest we like send him then.
Alright, so you go to get good old Bane. He heads in. Okay, what is it this time? We're understaffed. A couple of people just left for the day. I don't know
Well,
why.
this guy and his buddies just kind of tried killing us, and we managed to capture one of them.
Shows the rodeo ad on business card.
He has this card.
Oh, a rodeo. I've been wanting to go to one. But anyway, he looks over and down at this lovely fellow, and he tells you to leave the room.
Okay.
Do you all comply?
Do we all comply? Simon wants to murder him, does he?
Hide in the darkness.
You hide in the darkness. He turns on a lamp.
God damn it. Okay, so it looks like I go outside.
It looks like I go outside.
After a few seconds, you hear a lot of yelling in the room, and after another minute, he walks out and tells you he got all the information he wanted.
Okay, so go back inside.
Yeah,
I
so you
never,
can now,
I never said I left though.
he turns on the lamp and it dispels you.
Sure, I'll take that.
So, do you know why he was chasing us?
He just motions for you to interrogate the man.
Okay, he goes inside.
You see that he now has twice as many bruises than he did before.
Hi there. Are you happy to see us again?
What do you want? I'm not interested.
Not interested in what?
He attempts to spit at you, but it's kind of hard when he's having trouble moving his head.
Cough, cough. Can I wave my his business card rodeo ad thing in front of him? It's like, do you ever want this back?
He takes a moment to focus on it. Where did you get that?
Found me a pocket.
My pocket. Right.
I'm also wearing the hat, just saying.
He's gonna focus on the hat. Give me that back.
Of course not, it's mine now. Unless you give me a good reason to. And then I'm gonna take out my fish and just like say, if you don't tell us why you guys were chasing us to harm us, I'm gonna slap you with this fish.
Wow, that sounds like this has turned pretty fishy.
Fish scales are rough though.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
It's an old fish too, so
We
don't
don't
know
know how long it's been here.
Get out of let me out of here.
of course not. We want
Sure you don't?
information. It would be awful to lie to a lady like me. Or any lady.
Tell you what, let me out and I'll give you a bit of information.
I'm not convinced. Takes a step closer with the fish in my hand.
You see that as you get closer, he is bleeding from at least 7 different places.
Can I make that 9?
No.
No.
You do that, I'll slap you with the fish.
Yeah, I accept that. Okay.
Simon, you quickly use your abilities as a monk to make him lightly bleed from his toes.
And I slap you with the old fish.
You get slapped by the fish, Simon.
Oh no, my AC is 25. I'm 15.
I was
Huzzah.
gonna-
It's 25. Well, it's a good thing Midna is plus 20 to hit.
You agreed to the condition.
I
You
didn't
did,
do
Simon.
I didn't do the roll for this damage though.
Nothing.
'Cause I didn't
Yeah.
punch him yet.
You now just smell like fish.
Look, fishy.
Bad fish.
So, this man doesn't seem compliant, unless, of course, you want to let him out. Perhaps there's another way to get information out of him?
So I presume you don't want your rodeo ad.
His eyes narrow? The one, well, rather the eye that he can still move properly?
He wants the hat.
Listen, I don't want none of this. Let me out. I'll give you good information, I swear.
How about we invert the order of that?
It's kind of hard to believe when you tried killing me.
Listen, I had to.
Why do you have to?
Listen here. I just want a neat job, but they make things complicated. I can't tell you more unless you let me out.
How about I give you 14 gold as compensation?
He shakes his head.
Yes or no? He shakes his head. Yes or no? We don't know.
He shakes his head in an unknown way. In other words, no.
He's very in. I mean, if anybody had let him out, it's not like he could walk far.
What are
Let's
you
drag
doing?
him. Let's drag him outside the front porch. He's still tied up, right?
Yes.
Let's drag him in front of the front porch. Da, 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 da.
Okay, you bring him to the front porch. You're now getting more nervous glances from the people working here.
You're outside now.
No, I'm not joining them outside. I'm staying inside.
Let me out of these bonds.
Do you think he's working for the chief cop?
I doubt it. Why would he be bullied this much?
Evil. Always
Evil.
beats their minions.
Fair. Well, I mean, he has a broken leg. He can't get anywhere. Let's let him out.
Fine. Be careful. I want to get the vine back.
You take off his vines and he points to the card if you're still holding it. That card.
Still holding.
You just have to follow. Go to it. You'll meet the one who sent me.
Okay.
And he tries to slowly stumble away.
Should we find bandages?
Nah. What good would that do? I'm pretty sure most of them are being used for the people that were in the other building.
But that wouldn't be good for my night honor.
Chaotic neutral one.
Honor is everything to me. Okay. Can I try finding some bandages?
strength.
You already have some in your kit.
Oh yeah, I do. Can I give him some?
Sure. He's hesitant to let you touch him with something that could be used to bind him again.
Don't
But
worry. It is against a knight's honor to beat someone who's already down.
That's why we made the cop do it for us.
So after you patch him up, he seems a bit more relaxed, but he's still trying to get out of here. But you now have some pretty useful information. Also, that guy might not hate you because you bandaged him.
A deal's a deal. Okay.
Can I toss like Minna a piece of wood while she's nearby him? And it's just like, here, use this as
A splinter?
crutches. Yeah, as a splinter or crutches.
Sure. So, as you look at the card for the ranch, you see there's something interesting. It appears the animals have some weird features. Can you give me a nature check on those who are interested?
Those who are interested.
I will do so. And I'm just gonna apologize for hitting him in the knees with my crowbar.
Do not. The pebble came out of nowhere from your point of view.
So, Midna, you realize the weird features are because those are humans in outfits.
Humans and-
Mishu, you're not quite sure why they look like that, but those aren't normal animals. Perhaps they are magically enhanced or dehanced?
Sorry. I doubt it, but let's find out if I can figure this.
Alright, you use your limited magical knowledge, and you know that just by looking at the picture, that these aren't any normal enchantments, these are enchantments. And it's kind of concerning, honestly, because, yeah, these do not look normal. So whatever they're doing, it might actually be effective. You're kind of looking at them, they look somehow stronger than your average animal. Like there's a bull, and it's currently carrying a full family of people.
Well, it is a ranch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, this full family happens to be a full family of orcs.
Good thing I'm inside and don't see any of this.
And Simon, in the meantime, you're also contemplating what's going on. And the session's gonna wrap up here, but Simon, can you quickly meet me in the adventure room?
He left. No. I randomly feel like throwing a pebble in the distance, see if I can hit him. I'm gonna throw it, but I'm not gonna necessarily say why. So either if he ignores it or if he questions. If he questions, I'll say why. If he doesn't, then that doesn't hit anywhere.
I mean, he is crippled. Hey, we maybe made an ally.
Maybe made an ally. And I have a katana.
I have a cool hat.
You have a cool hat. You have a bowler hat. Well, effectively speaking, the hero.
Hello to who? Oh, they're back.
Yeah. That's why.
We're going to end the session here because next time you might be going to a rodeo.
Yay.
Yay. Is it within city bounds?
There's going to be a bit of traveling.
But is it within city bounds?
So,
I
have a question. So, you know how I still have dragon claws?
Mm-hmm.
How many teacup could I make with one dragon claw?
Considering the size of that dragon, a good few.
Yeah, I want to end up doing that eventually.
Also, I just realized, now that you have a black hat, you look closer to a magician.
I do!
Great.
Black hat and a white princess outfit. And a water tutu.
Okay, so let's see.
That's
Simon's gained 1 monk enhancement pill. Midna's gained a necklace.
A topaz necklace and a black hat.
And finally, Prestigious. He gained a spell, a katana, and a business.
Oh, I
Spell
also
is like
gathered
that.
some of the silver peas that were on the floor that you said earlier.
Okay.
Is it like a spell that I can use, or just like a passive?
No, it's the resist magic spell, remember?
Oh, I forgot one of my passive abilities that can somewhat control weather around us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have been really useful for the snow.
I'm pretty sure that like no, it's honestly it's an offense to us, but like I'm pretty sure you craft these things to make it so that we can actually decipher it in a proper way. But we're just too retarded to notice.
Well, you see that I feel like that's part of the fun. There an actual line of thought between each event and why they're happening, and it's kind of like if you want to sit there and contemplate, you can.
But we don't know everyone's spells, so like we can't do shit.
But yeah, you don't know what's happening to other players when they leave the call,
Yeah,
but there's still
like
a
Kira. Anyway, so that was fun.
So I got a katana, an ad.
Yes.
And
You
spell.
finally arrive at the rodeo, and turns out it was a Nigerian rodeo. Please give them all of your gold, platinum, silver, copper, and electrum to enter.
Give
So
him
we
14
murdered them
gold.
all. Got it.
Gives him 14 gold.
The Nigerian rodeo master takes it and brings you in. It turns out there really are people dressed up as animals.
See, I told you.
Just randomly 14 gold, like all of your everything. It's like, okay, here's 14.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get off this call then.
Okay, bye.
Have fun.
Yeah, where's Discord? Flame
Hello.
left?
Yeah.
Yes.
He left us with a perhaps their mission was already a success. So they were like, why did they attack you? the question, and then somehow it led to why simple thugs, and then it was like test the waters, and then he was like, oh, maybe their mission was already a success, and then he left.
Well, if it is to test the water.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
You know what? I feel they're just trying to lure us to the rodeo, so we shouldn't go.
I know, right? It's like they lure us to the rodeo because, yeah, or I don't know. Like they could have distracted us from something else. But I don't know what that could possibly be at this point in time.
I tell ya, they're working for the chief.
Why do you not like the chief?
Why would I not? They
have no
follow a different order than the orders of the knights. That's good enough of a reason. Their justice is different. He beat up a man that cannot defend himself.
Why is there so much static in that call? Fuck.
Interesting.
Hero.
Better now?
Oh, the static wasn't from you. It was from like Google Home.
Oh.
Did you not hear it?
No.
No.
Everyone else in my household heard the static. Nah. But, so, maybe it was already a success. I don't know. This guy has so many background things going on that we don't even, like, we can click together, but we're just, no.
Someone was selling a cheap adoptable. I bought it.
Ooh. Well, I can't piece together anything. My character has -1 intelligence. It's up to you guys, and I don't trust Simon.
So it's like, you know, I'm just here as a...
I bought the first one.
distraction.
Ooh.
300 points.
I am slightly concerned as to why the second one is the way it is. It's just so out of place compared to the rest.
It was only 300 points, and I bid, and I got it.
Ooh, nice.
I didn't think I was gonna get it, but it's cheap,
Honestly.
so...
I don't think my pebbles have really failed.
They have never really failed yet.
Yeah, they're great. And like honestly, it's like a D20 plus like I don't know, like nothing, and they work all the time. I could always roll a 1, and I don't know why it happened. There we go.
But you have a +8.
I have a +8, but this was judged by Flame, so
It's the hair and everything. I think you're mistaking that for the concept of hair for...
Well, the thing is that I think it's based off of, because I have a 5 modifier on my strength.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I have 20 strength, because of 15 plus stuff. So yeah, probably it's the same modifier as my athletic, so that's why.
Yeah, probably. I'm just right now working on the juicer. I should shade the juicer later. Add it more variation. Because it looks flat.
It's great.